Hey, this is Adam and Brent with It Takes Two Takes, doing episode 3 of season 5 of My Hero Academia. And this time we are going to see how much further the rabbit hole goes in this storyline. The first episode of this season was just kind of say, here's where we're picking up and here's the characters. Let's have a fun episode. Last episode went way into exposition. But before we get into that, if you like these videos, if you want to see more of them, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Look, we're not asking you to send us free shit into a PO box or to, pay us money on Patreon or anything like that. Just, show you like our channel and we're good.
Who the hell said I got to like it?
But no, we really started to dive down a rabbit hole, I think, last episode with, Endeavor's family, with the people who had Deku's power before him. I mean, and then also the backstory of what's going on with Hulk, where he's going to be a double agent. I mean, we really delved into a lot last episode. It really wasn't an action episode. It was just kind of definite story.
They pretty much took the second episode and were like, hey, we're going to put about 3 seasons worth of stories that we're going to have to unravel into this one episode. I'm not going to lie. I've been waiting 4 seasons for that episode to happen so we can start figuring stuff out and really getting into it. So let's hope it's not another 4 seasons before everything's unraveled.
Deku's only at his 20%. So, and when he was looking at, kind of internally and seeing the people had his power before him, only like his hand and part of his head was being shown to represent that 20%. And it was even called out. He's only able to get to 20% right now. So he's got a definite goal. But then he wakes up, his hand is glowing, and his window broke. So hopefully they'll explain that a little bit more in this episode. I think he needs to go talk to All Might, maybe have a conversation about what he saw and everything. But we find out that the powers started with the little brother of All for One. So yeah, it's definitely kind of... I don't know. It's expanding the story, but at the same time, kind of drawing it a little bit closer in tightly. Endeavor's got himself a nice scar on his face also now. One of his sons still hates him. The daughter's trying to play peacemaker.
One of his sons still hates him.
The other one is waiting to see what happens. Yeah. And apparently something really bad happened to the oldest son. His wife was sitting in a room looking out the window. So yeah, he's got some family problems, I think. I don't know if there's a family counselor for superheroes or not, but, might want to consider.
I'm sure that's a quirk somewhere.
Probably. But I don't know. Let's see what happens. Will we get a little bit more action in this episode? Will we get just more story? It'll be interesting to see what happens in episode 3. So without further ado, let's just kind of dive into it and see what happens.
I'm kind of excited for this. Let's go.
I guess we're going to start with a little bit of recap of how the last one ended.
Showing his hand, his glowing hand.
I guess they got to be dead to be showing up in his dreams since we don't see All Might in the list of people.
Because All Might's number 8, correct?
Right.
They just should have a guy like Dragon Ball Z. Last time on My Hero Academia.
Right.
Can Deku find out what happened to All Might's little brother?
It's not All Might's little brother. It's All for One.
All for One. It's the same thing.
I wonder if he's got to pay for that window.
It's like the second time it's happened. They got to be getting annoyed, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, when you think about how many windows they replaced during all their training sessions and stuff, I mean...
Well, the one chick can just probably pull a glass window out of her chest, so,
Fair. What's your quirk? I'm a glazer.
I mean, if she can pull basically a wagon out of her chest, I think she can do a glass window.
Looks like he's wearing pit vipers. Those are really cool TikTok sunglasses, by the way, Adam, in case you didn't know.
I didn't know. I'm not a TikToker. That's your
It's
thing.
bussin'. It's bussin'. No cap, fam.
Yeah, I don't keep up on the TikTok.
I do to mess with my daughters. I said bussin' to my oldest daughter last night. She lost it. I have no idea what it means, but she found it hilarious. It's not just bussin', it's bussin'.
Gonna do some exercising.
Maybe you haven't had enough cheese.
You know that little brother of All for One. If you put a hand over his face, kind of looks like the head of the League of Villains. Ooh, only happened to him.
Well, we know Deku has a lot of feelings.
Right.
It's because they're not dead, which means there's probably another one alive, maybe?
Don't make it sound like you got caught having an affair.
Well, it looks like that's about as far as we're going to get into that part of the story today.
Yeah, probably.
Look at her. She's all...
She's getting jealous. We're just going to go through them as fast as possible, huh?
Well, this is 10 minutes of the episode right here.
Yeah. Because they
I'm
really
not
never
gonna
dived
remember
in.
these names.
They never really dived into the other classes before too much. You know, you might see a character here and there, but they never did like classes squaring off all that much or anything like that.
Well, he did in season 1, didn't they?
I don't know if they dived into like the characters this much to show like.
Because they
all
did the
of them.
1A, 1B, and all the kids were
Right.
mad at 1A for
Right.
something silly. Blood control. He can control where his blood goes in his body. That's a nice quirk to have, especially as you get older. Oh, man after my own heart.
Right. We know you'd misuse that power.
I am a complete gentleman.
Yeah, we know that's not true.
Chivalrous. Birdman's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's just good design.
but he's not as entertaining as Naval Laser.
Naval Glazer's pretty awesome. We got Toad.
Where's
If you
Princess
jump on her
Peach?
head, do you get a 1-up or do you grow big?
I wonder where Princess Peach is.
A super cute prison.
Right?
I like that
The
the
principal is kind
dean
of
the school. Yeah,
right.
It's Beast. Paint in blue.
I was gonna say it was Sasquatch, but okay.
That is Beast, and you know it. Yeah, that is totally Beast. Frasier is totally in this anime. What's Frasier's name?
Kelsey Grammer?
Grammar. There it is. Yeah. He was the best Beast, by the way. This show is so much like Dragon Ball Z, that character actually had a power counter on his eyeball.
Right.
It's over 9,000. Kakarot.
What's the purpose of his face mask?
COVID had him.
Okay.
I don't have a thing for older men. I need to know his quirk. What does it do? Blood control is all it said. Not a flattering angle, Fropey.
Nope.
Well, thanks for explaining your strategy
Right.
in detail to them. You could have punched like 30 times by now.
He must go through a lot of shampoo.
So he increases his smell, so he stinks more. That's how I read that. Not that his sense of smell gets better, that he just smells more. That's what the mask does.
Yep. So this whole thing could, go on for a few episodes. Yeah, I mean, they could totally draw this little thing out where we get like 1 or 2 matches per episode for a few episodes. Hopefully that's not what they do, but...
Well, you had 10 minutes of recap at the beginning.
Right. That seems to be a common thing.
You had another 10 minutes of introductions of Class B. And then you had 5 minutes of fighting. Not even fighting. You had 5 minutes of Beast basically giving away the whole team strategy to the team.
Yeah, I gotta say that their team is the villain team because the villains always give away the strategy, right?
Right.
They always go
monologuing.
They always monologue, and then it.
You got me monologuing. I can't.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it looks like the next few episodes will be more action fighting based. It looks like.
And see, this is what we talked about earlier. Episodes 1 and 2. They drugged me in. I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. I was excited for episode 3 because so much happened in episode 2. And then they did about 3 minutes of the good part of the story from the second episode. And then that was it. You knew that was all you were getting. And then you had to go through this for another 3 episodes before they might touch on it again next episode, and then you'll deal with this stuff again.
Yeah, it's I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens with as the fights go on. How much they show of the various fights. Will they go through some of them quickly in order to get to the ones that people care about the most, or are we going to watch every single one of the matches? Part of me wants to kind of see some of the matches because some of the characters we haven't seen a whole lot of, and they've got some characters we haven't seen their quirks of really, or at least use them. So it could be interesting to see a little bit more of them, but at the same time, I don't want to take half the season doing this.
Well, you got to fill 26 episodes somehow, Adam. So
this is true. But yeah, I don't know. Looks like we might get some fun action. We'll see. Maybe Deku will get to 21%. I don't know. What's everyone else's thoughts? Did you like this episode? Is there any characters you're looking forward to seeing fight? Leave comments in our comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know what to do. And join us next time for It Takes 2 Takes. Hey, Adam here. Did you like that episode? Are you enjoying this series? If you do like this episode and you're enjoying the series, check out our other videos just over here, like right over here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. We got lots more content on the way, so hit it. Like, hit it, hit it, hit it.